Welcome to the Algebra Connections Chapter 1 overview. I'm going to try to make a couple of these for the units this year if I have time. But basically I want you to give you a feel, just like the book does, of what we're going to be looking at in this chapter. Okay, in this chapter, now you can have a hard time reading this, but here's some big things. In Chapter 1, we're really trying to bring you together as a group. Learning how to work with other students in the way that we need you to work in this class. And we're going to use some old ideas that kind of bring you back to some of the ways we're going to work in this class. The first day, you're going to do some stuff with graphs. And the whole idea behind the graph is going to be able to tell a story from it. You're going to have two variables. So let's see if I can find the one from there. There we go. So you'll have something kind of like this. Teacher will give you a different piece. You'll usually line them, figure out which pieces go together, and tell why you thought those went together, and you'll be able to then write a story for what this means. Well, remember, on a graph, we've got two different variables. We'll talk about that in that section, but I just want you to have a kind of an idea of where this chapter is going. You're going to review how to use the coordinate plane. You're going to think about locations, like when you have points that are written like 3, 4. You're going to, in your homework, you're going to do sums and differences, adding and subtracting, averages and percents, and some other problems. But those are some of the kinds of things to review over. In 1.13 or 1.1.3, you're going to do some things with collecting data, deciding what that data means and how you can extend the data. Use it for maybe something that doesn't fit your data, but maybe, you know, if I know that everybody at my school likes the color blue, that's the best color, then maybe I can figure that how can I extend that to the number of students at another school that might like that color. Okay, you're going to use what we call tile patterns to kind of examine growth and find some ways later on that you can use some algebra with it. And you're going to do some work with area. You're going to use guess and check as a method. That's just plugging in some numbers and seeing if they match. If I say one number has to be twice as big as the other, if you pick 4 as one number, 8 would have to be the other. Okay, and you're going to do a couple of sections on that where you do story problems, and possibly even using tables and some other things to help you get through that. Okay, I mentioned in the overview video, but just a reminder, you will see methods and meanings boxes. Always read those. Always make sure you understand what they mean. Now, one of the big ideas that you're going to be tested on out of this chapter, and the district wants you to know, is the idea of interpreting graphs. If you have a graph like this, if you have the graph like the one that we showed you here, if you have the graph like a graph of these things, what do those mean and how can I use them? You'll get more practice on that, and there'll be more in other videos, but just remember that that is one of the big ideas in this earlier sections, is interpreting graphs. Anyway, good luck with Chapter 1.